Then the flood came, and the raft rose with the water, and was the only thing seen for many days. Those who formerly mocked fled to the mountains, but those soon were under the water too. Finally, those on the giant raft felt the waters going down, and their raft rested on the top of Cowichan Mountain. At one time there was a flood that covered the earth. All the land was flooded except the tops of a few very high mountains. Sols and his wife and daughters escaped in a large canoe. They drifted against the top of Coastal Salish Mountain. The water at last receded, and they cast off their canoe. Coastal Salish tradition told to James Teat, Ca. 1916 all the land was flooded, said the Coastal Salish, except the tops of a few very high mountains. Sols and his wife and daughters escaped in a large canoe. They drifted against the top of Coastal Salish Mountain. The water at last receded, and they cast off their canoe. The carrier people told that a boy survived the flood on a raft, and sent a wolf instead of Noah's dove to see whether the newly appeared land was ready for habitation. The Taldan related that a wise man was forewarned of the coming flood, sent by God due to the wickedness of mankind. Their tradition also mentions a race of fallen beings that existed in those days, and a confusion of languages that occurred after the flood, that Setsat said their ancestors resolved to enclose their children in hollow trees, and that they gave them an ample supply of food, and then closed up the trees with wooden covers, which they caulked with pitch. After the flood ended, they came out and then repopulated the earth, and we have the flood traditions of other communities besides, including the Shuswap, Kootenai, Kwakiutl, Haida, and Beaver peoples. Mankind and the animals all did as they pleased, quarreled, and shed much blood, said the Western Cree. The quarrels of men and the animals made the ground red with blood, and this made the Great Spirit very angry. Therefore, the Great Spirit sent the flood. One man survived, and a few animals with him, one of which was sent in return with a piece of earth. The Western Cree also recognized the rainbow as the mark of life, the sign that the Great Spirit will not again destroy the earth with the flood. The earliest explorers of Canada and the Arctic regions found the knowledge of the flood among all the tribes they met, in remarkable correspondence with the Genesis Akunt Salto people. Round the year 1850, told Lieutenant Hooper of a medicine man named Wis who built a big canoe in which he put all classes of animals. A great deluge occurred and covered all land, hills, and trees. After the flood, he sent out a crow, and when it did not return, he concluded the earth was now large enough for all to inhabit. So he and all the animals got out from the boat. Some of these tribes of Alaska have not only tradition of the Noachik deluge, but also of the original chaos, the first dividing.